begin with Kevin Brandt from the Green Party.
Well, as a progressive thinker and as a father, I often ask myself what kind of candidate I want in the future. As democratically engaged citizens, we often look to political parties for the answers to this question. But the old line parties, the big three of the status quo, haven't really been cutting it. The Green Party of Canada, on the other hand, holds a positive vision of Canada both now and into the future. Greens will strive to support a society where the pressure to make a living does not crowd out having a life, where having more does not supplant being more. In our green vision, Canadians enjoy a higher quality of life, experiencing health and wellness, education and meaningful work, prosperity and economic success, all supported by ecological health. In our vision of Canada, ability or disability, economic, social, racial, or cultural backgrounds do not preclude individuals from contributing to and benefiting from a prosperous Canada. Canadian communities, both urban and rural, thrive in our green vision, including communities dependent on fisheries, forestry, and agriculture. In our vision, Canada plays a positive role in the world, working cooperatively with governments to ensure equity, global security, and peace. This is our vision. We will work collaboratively in the House of Commons across party lines to shift priorities and to promote our innovative ideas whose time has come. With your help, we can make our vision real. Send more Green MPs to Ottawa, and we will work on behalf of you, your family, and your communities. On October 19th, vote Green. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Danielle Takacs, and I'm the federal Liberal candidate. It is an honor for me to be here with you and share with you the Liberal plan, which is focused towards you. Unlike the other parties, our plan is ready to be implemented now. We are investing more money in youth and job training and job creation than any other party, up to 13 times more. I know that you need a job now, or upon graduation, which is just around the corner. You don't deserve promises that are based on future elections. I'm very familiar with the issues the downtown faces. I've served on the Sanderson Center board, which welcomed Laurier representation, and on the Downtown Business Performance Advisory Committee, which seeks to improve the infrastructure of our downtown. It has been a pleasure to extensively learn about the unique opportunities here at Laurier, namely the Laurier Launchpad program and the Lazardia School of Business. I remember when Laurier first moved here. Thanks to you, we have a revived downtown. Take Expo Res for an example. We need more partnerships with you so we can both grow. We can be a flagship university with the best programs in gaming, social work, or with our proximity to Six Nations and New Credit Indigenous Studies. I think it's awesome that students want to stay in Brantford after graduation and make this their home. But I know the reality for many of you is that you won't be able to because of a tough job market. I don't want you to look elsewhere. I want to fight for you staying here and bring opportunities here for you. So the Liberal plan will invest in job creation for youth and recent graduates. With our $125 billion infrastructure plan, we'll be focusing on growing colleges and university campuses. We'll make it a $20 billion priority that you have public transit that gets you from home to class. Thanks to a valuable roundtable here at the Carnegie Building, we've made affordable housing a priority for students. We've committed to renewed respectful relationships with First Nations and ensure that they have equal access and opportunity to all levels of education. We're going to make sure that international students who get an education here are more able to stay here if they so desire and become full contributing neighbors of ours. If you're a student with a child, we're going to make sure you have more funds to take care of that child in a quality and affordable child care spot. It's important to have a leader as Prime Minister who truly believes in your input. Far more than any other political leader, that's Justin Trudeau. That's why he'll create a Prime Ministerial Youth Advisory Council to make sure that you spell out what your priorities are, and together we find tangible solutions. I need your vote to bring this to help to make these things a reality for you. In Ontario and in Brantford Brant, the Liberals are clearly best placed to defeat Stephen Harper's Conservatives. So I need your support to heave Steve.
I love debates. Debates are supposed to be exciting, fun, informative, and an opportunity for people to ask direct questions to their candidates, to compare and to contrast, to kick our tires, not us, but our tires, and to make sure that you get what you want in this election, and that you get somebody that's going to be the best fit as you see it in this election. So my name is Mark LaFerrier. I'm the NDP candidate. In the last election I ran, I was a 28-year-old when I ran. I'm 34 now. Okay, nobody made the big bug-eyed face because I look 45, but I appreciate that as well. When I ran last time, I ran on this idea that we have to do politics differently, and we still do. One of the things that we need to do is come together and talk in a real way. I don't have a binder out here. I'm not going to read from notes. What I'm going to do instead is talk to you about where I stand on these issues. One of the biggest issues that we're facing in this community is around temporary work agencies and around youth unemployment and youth internships. I know this firsthand. My wife is 28 years old. I hope I got that right, because if she watches this later, she'll know. But she's 28 years old and she's doing an unpaid internship in social work. I had to do the same, 6 months unpaid, full-time work. That's difficult. That's difficult for anybody, especially a young person already in debt, to be expected to work in such a way for free without a lot of the protections that other workers get, and it's wrong. Andrew Cash, Lauren Liu, two NDP MPs, myself, and Tom Mulcair have all been pushing to say, let's actually bring protections to students who are in these internships, and let's also make sure that students get something during that time. You're already going to be in a lot of debt. You don't need to be in more because of bad policy. I'll tell you a little bit about myself, though. Again, I'm Mark. I grew up here. Most of my life, my adult life, I've worked downtown. I worked at Woodview Children's Mental Health when it was downtown. I remember taking kids, to the Arts Block at Harmony Square when we were in session doing counseling. I worked for Laurier Brantford. I was the first full-time staffer for the social work program here. If any of you are in there, it's a great program. Keep it up. Only 4 more years. And myself, I remember as a kid, I was actually on the advisory board, the transition board at Assumption for Brantford. The mayor asked me to come down and be a part of this. And I remember thinking, my goodness, this downtown was dead. There's no way a university is going to fly here. And not only did it fly here, but the students, the amount of students, the energy you brought, the finances you brought, and the passion you brought to our community. I want you to be able to stay here. Too many students tell me they want to stay here, they love it here, but they can't afford to, not just because of jobs, but also because of housing. And that's another factor I hope we get into as we discuss more and more. Again, I'm Mark LaFerrier. You can learn more about me at markyourvote.ca, and I'm looking forward to the next hour or so.
Well, actually, let's take this one.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you for the golf clap, everyone.
And next, Bill McCormick.
Thank you, and I'm excited to have the arc collapsed. And our downtown degenerated throughout the 1980s and 90s. We were left with a major challenge. Not only the challenge of reviving our industries, but the challenge of really reimagining the future of our community. And then something special happened. In 1999, Laurier arrived to set up a small satellite campus out of the Carnegie Building. And what began then has spurred one of the most innovative approaches to downtown renewal in Canada, the creation of an urban campus fully integrated into a historic downtown, driven by unique community partnerships. It started with the partnership of Laurier and the city of Brantford working together to repurpose spaces for the university. It grew thanks to partnerships with Nipissing, Mohawk College, and Six Nations Polytechnic. And it grew through partnerships with local community, especially local businesses who have been enthusiastic supporters. The very building we're in today is a great example. It's the result of the city, the university, and a major local employer, SC Johnson, working together. I'm a proud Laurier graduate, and I sat on the Board of Governors back in 2005 and 6, when this campus was really starting to ramp up. And when I was elected in 2008, I took the story of Laurier Brantford to Ottawa to bring our government on board as a strong partner in the transformation of what was happening here. The priority for Laurier at the time was to build a new academic center for students, and our government contributed $13 million to the project. The next priority was building a new state-of-the-art athletic center. The project was designed to literally fit the building up on pillars and preserve the spectacular views of the south side of Colborne Street. Our government chipped in $260,000 initially as a grant for the design planning. The YMCA became a major partner. Local businesses made donations. Nipissing and Six Nations Polytechnic joined as partners. The city contributed $5 million to the funding, the province $16.7 million, and our Conservative government contributed $16.7 million to finally make the project a reality. The new YMCA Laurier Athletic Complex is truly a game changer. We want you to be successful here because your success means success for our community. In fact, statistics show that post-secondary is contributing as much as $60 million annually to our local economy. And there's now been well over $150 million invested into our downtown, thanks to Laurier. And your success academically means a growing pool of locally educated young people for our local industries to tap into. My philosophy as your member of parliament has been to work together with political leaders and community leaders of all stripes to deliver tangible, meaningful results that build on the successes happening in our community. And there's no better example of the success of that approach and results that we can deliver right here at Laurier Brantford. Thank you.